Hello, and welcome to Be As One. I'm Susan Bailey, author of River of Grace, Creative Passages Through Difficult Times, published by Ave Maria Press. I'm also a musician, having appeared on Catholic TV, EWTN, and at World Youth Day. I love helping people encounter God in a deeper way by making connections between what we do in our daily lives and spiritual truth. It builds bridges to understanding Him. We can learn so much about our Creator through His creation, whether it be through other people, our work, the things that we do every day, books, art, music, nature, everything. The world, both inside and outside the church, is a vast classroom, a continuous series of invitations from God to come to get to know Him. As we begin to perceive God in our physical world, that world becomes sacred, just as He meant it to be. We get to know God and to love Him as we see, hear, touch, and taste Him in everything we do. We become one with God through the process. And in that process, we learn who we are as His children. If we are open to seeing God in unexpected places, He will surprise us. My encounter came through a simple recreational activity. When I first took up kayaking, I couldn't get enough of it. I just loved being on the water. What I love about kayaking is how close you are to the water. You can dip your hands, your toes. You can really get into the experience of it. Surrounded by all this greenery, hearing the birds sing, watching my boat drift downstream, it filled me with such a sense of well-being and peace. At some point, I began to make a connection between the physical river and God's grace as a river, leading me to new and wonderful places. Connecting God's grace to a river made it easier to let go of my anxiety and grief and just let it float away. That's when my life really began to change. Even as I was going through a series of losses and great stress, connecting God's grace to a river somehow made it easier to let go of my anxiety and my grief. Perceiving God around me was a constant affirmation that He was near, and I drew closer to Him. And as I was learning about Him, I was learning about me. I truly began to believe that God knew what was best for me and would take care of me through the good and the bad. That trust made me feel empowered. I began to try new things, seemingly foolish things. Life turned into a series of unexpected and glorious adventures. I was filled with gratitude, and there's nothing like gratitude to bring back the joy of living after a long season of loss. I believe that the joy of living that I've experienced is possible for everyone. God's creation is everywhere, and He's longing to teach you about Himself through it if we just have the eyes to see. I invite you to sample the blog posts, listen to the music, watch the videos, and try the flow lessons. Join our community by signing up with the email list. Together, let's discover that fullness of life that God promises to us that we are meant to have. Thank you for visiting, and I hope you'll come back again and again.